And God appeared to him in the vale of Mamre, as he sat in the door of his tent, in the very heat of the day. And when he had lifted up his eyes, there appeared to him 3 men standing near unto him, whom after he had seen, he ran to meet them from the door of his tent, and adored to the ground. And he said, Lord, if I have found grace in thy sight, go not past thy servant, but I will fetch a little water, and wash ye your feet, and rest ye under the tree. And I will set a morsel of bread, and strengthen your heart. Afterward you shall pass, for therefore are you come aside to your servant, who said, Do as thou hast spoken. Abraham made haste into the tent to Sarah, and said to her, Make haste, temper together 3 measures of flour, and make hearth cakes. But himself ran to the herd, and took from thence a calf very tender and very good, and gave it to a young man, who made haste and boiled it. He took also butter and milk, and the calf which he had boiled, and sat before them. But himself did stand beside them under the tree. And when they had eaten, they said to him, Where is Sarah thy wife? He answered, Lo, she is in the tent. To whom he said, Returning I will come to thee at this time, life accompanying, and Sarah thy wife shall have a son. Which when Sarah heard, she laughed behind the door of the tent. And they were both aged and far entered in years, and it ceased to be with Sarah after the manner of women, who laughed secretly, saying, After I am waxen old, and my Lord is an old one, shall I give myself to pleasure? And our Lord said to Abraham, Why did Sarah laugh, saying, Shall I, an old woman, bear a child indeed? Is there anything hard to God? According to appointment I will return to thee this very self same time, life accompanying, and Sarah shall have a son. Sarah denied, saying, I laughed not, being much afraid. But our Lord, it is not so, saith he, but thou didst laugh. When the men therefore were risen up from thence, they turned their eyes against Sodom, and Abraham did go with them, bringing them on the way. And our Lord said, Can I conceal from Abraham the things which I will do, whereas he shall be into a nation great and very strong, and in him are to be blessed all the nations of the earth? For I know that he will command his children, and his house after him, that they keep the way of the Lord, and do judgment and justice, that for Abraham's sake the Lord may bring to effect all the things that he has spoken unto him. Therefore said our Lord, The cry of Sodom and Gomorrah is multiplied, and their sin is aggravated exceedingly. I will descend and see whether they have in fact accomplished the cry that is come to me, or whether it be not so, that I may know. And they turned themselves from thence, and went their way to Sodom. But Abraham as yet stood before our Lord. And approaching he said, What? Wilt thou destroy the just with the wicked? If there shall be 50 just persons in the city, shall they perish withal? And wilt thou spare that place for 50 just, if they be therein? Be it far from thee that thou do this thing, and that thou kill the just with the wicked, and that the just be in like case as the wicked. This is not beseeming thee, which judges all the earth. Know thou wilt not do this judgment. And our Lord said to him, If I shall find in Sodom 50 just persons within the city, I will spare the whole place for their sake. And Abraham answered and said, Because I have once begun, I will speak to my Lord, whereas I am dust and ashes. What if there shall be 5 less than 50 just persons? Will thou for 45 destroy the whole city? And he said, I will not destroy it, if I shall find 45. And again he said unto him, But if 40 shall be found there, what wilt thou do? He said, I will not strike it for 40's sake. Lord, saith he, Be not angry, I beseech thee, if I speak. What if 30 shall be found there? He answered, I will not do it, if I shall find 30 there. Because, saith he, I have once begun, I will speak to my Lord. What if 20 shall be found there? He said, I will not destroy it for 20's sake. I beseech thee, saith he, Be not angry, Lord, if I speak yet once more. What if 10 shall be found there? And he said, I will not destroy it for 10's sake. And our Lord departed after that he ceased to speak unto Abraham, and Abraham returned into his place.